How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting, and welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky Chapter 3, third chapter, whatever you want to call it. So, last episode was really funny because it was like super long, and I imagine it was also some of the most like disengaging content we do. Because I read like all the Gambler Jack story, which I know I'm sure most people were not that thrilled about, but I like seeing it all. I enjoy seeing the side stories, and several times now, the side stories have directly related to major events that happen in the game, so I feel like it's still good to read and cover, even if it's very much not the most pressing thing. And then we did the fishing minigame, which I also kind of enjoyed, but I could also see people being kind of like meh about. But it went pretty smoothly. We got a good amount of money from it, so that's very helpful. But now we gotta go back. I gotta go pick up a little friend of ours. So, yeah, should be pretty fun. Also, somebody gave me an interesting concept to kind of jump through if we can. I was asking about, for Chloe, does Crimson Eyes help with her healing? And someone said, no, the healing's flat rate. But, pointed out, I could make Chloe be a lot more aggressive and use her for actually attacking people. And I kind of realized in hindsight that she's got pretty much all the stuff I would want to use anyway. Like the big spells. Like, she's got pretty much the majority of the stone, the wind, and well, obviously the water. So, like, she basically just has everything but fire. So I should just use her as an aggressive caster and keep her having the Crimson Eyes and making her just, like... Because, like, if you look at her arts, like, 1,700. Like, if I use Estelle, her arts is 700. 1,000 more strength in her arts. So, like, I should be using her as an aggressive caster, not just as a healer. I need to remember to do that. And I also really should try that out if I ever get the really good fortune of giving the quick turn built set for Chloe. She could like one shot like a massive spell. I need to absolutely do that unless like somebody desperately needs healing. But yeah, that'll be good. So let's go back to the garden, pick up Joshua, and then we got another door to go through. One last door. And whilst this one's probably going to be a nice story, I've been told it shouldn't be everything. Like, we probably can jump into the beginning of the next chapter if it's not terribly long. Okay, so I think we got everything we need here. Let's jump right in. I don't think there's anything else to really do. We've talked to everybody in the camp. We've read all the books, so let's just get ourselves right where we want to go. New door time. All right, there's one thing I wanted to do real quick. Let's check some of our stats. Okay, we're almost at 300 battles, so none fled. I might also, if I have a little extra time and I'm feeling it, I might just run around and just get some fights in and just try and, because like if I can get 15 more victories, slash battles, I can hit that 300, and then I can utilize fleeing as a strategy to just not constantly feel like I'm like like, you know, like I could just do it and not have to panic anymore, or not panic, but like I don't have to be too like concerned about it. So that'll be something to look forward to. Anyway, let's do this.
Nanji, 日の輝きを持つ娘。その輝きを傍らで支えし少年と共に。我が元に引き連れよ。
Yeah, let's do it. Moon door. Here they are. I really hope we get to see what they've been up to lately.
ここに記憶のかけらと祝福を与えん。
Because where have they been going? Like, what have they been doing? Because that's what I want to know desperately. I'm so invested in these two specifically. I want to know what they've been up to. Like, why did they leave Liberl? Oh. The first week. Maybe this is like way further in the past, because it sounds like she's struggling to play.
Yeah, こんにちは。そんなに警戒しなくてもいい。私は魔法使いだ。君の心を治してあげよう。ただし、代償は支払ってもらうよ。
Maybe that's the whole, like, artificial stigma thing.
よしは
Aw, you gotta get Estelle.
また熱上がってる。こら、暴れないの。タオル。ちょっと待ってて、今氷取ってくるから。
Aw, she's so cute.
姉さん、僕は、もう。その頃、僕の頭は壊れた蓄音機のように同じ言葉を繰り返し続けた。だけど、僕はその声を知らない。
I'm guessing that's like the stigma / brainwashing of Weissman.
僕が知っているのは、
We're gonna see him like just growing up. That's not where I thought this was gonna go, but I'm not gonna say no.
あの時。
あれ、いない。もう、怪我人のくせに勝手にうろうろして。よしはどこに行っちゃったのよ。よしはってば。
There's a little Estelle.
よしはまだ無理しちゃダメだってば。
もう平気だよ。
Oh, he's just already gone bad boy.
本当？もう熱下がったの？
負傷に伴う一時的な発熱だ。今朝には下がった。
そっか。よかった。よしはすっごくうなされてたんだもん。一時はどうなることかと思っちゃったし。
僕は。いや、なんでもない。
You're too young to be brooding.
熱が下がったんなら一緒に遊ぼっか。ずっと寝てばっかりで退屈だったでしょ？
I'm sure it was for you. You're like, what?
わかる。
Oh my gosh. It's so funny because like I know it's obviously like nostalgia talking and all that, but at the same time, like, isn't it kind of hilarious that Estelle's just always been Estelle? Like, she's a kid and she's like she acts just like this as an adult. She just never changed really, or at least no, she changed, but she never lost that like just that pure joy of life, right?
私も熱の時は死ぬほど退屈だったもん。あ、でもヨシアは足怪我してるからまだ走るのは無理か。じゃあ缶蹴りも鬼ごっこもダメだし。
遊びたいなら一人で遊べばいい。僕には近づかないことだ。ここももうすぐ危険になるだろうから。手当てには感謝しているよ。カシウス・ブライトにもそう伝えておいて。
He was just planning to leave.
ダメだぞ。そんな顔してちゃ。
No being sad. What?
元気がない時は好きなことするのが一番。
She's just so Estelle.
よし、ちょっと待ってなさい。今いいもの持ってくるから。
My gosh. You know what? I gotta get it. Like, how could you not fall for that eventually?
まだ追っ手の気配はない。ここが見つかるまで 2,3 日というところか。あと3日。
よっしゃー。ほら、これあげるから元気出しなさい。
What? Estelle proudly presented Joshua with a couple of roly-polies. Just some bugs. Okay.
意味がわからない。
ね、かわいいでしょ。つっつくと丸くなるんだぞ。
いらないよ。
なんで？こんなにかわいいのに。
そんなものいらないって。それともうここへは来るな。
No. I'm pretty sure the words stop coming over here, stay away from me, I don't want to talk. I don't know if they compute with her, because every time that's ever happened, she's always been like, but.
もう、この虫は好きじゃなかったか。
See, like, exactly, like, stay away from me. She's like, okay, so he wants a different kind of bug.
いや、そうじゃなくて。
ちょっと待って、あのケース取ってくる。
She's the bug master. How could it's like you can't be sad in the face of Estelle. Like, you just can't. Like, even when Estelle's sad, you can't be sad. Good grief. He had no chance. Never.
よしはこれでどうだ鬼ヤンマ
Oh my gosh, how'd you even catch that?
だからいらないって。
じゃあこっち絶対気に入るから丸顔トカゲ
What?
こいつもダメか
あのさ、僕は個々の虫がどうこうって意味じゃなくて。
He's like, I got dragonfly, I got a lizard. How could you not like a lizard? I'd be pretty impressed with the lizard. How did she again, catching wild lizards is that harder than it looks.
これ私のお気に入りだったのに
It's my favorite. Why don't you like it?
なんなんだこの子は。
I don't know, man. But like, fetch me. I wish we all could have an Estelle in our lives. Like, why can't we all just be best friends with her?
さっきから意味がわからない。
よしや、ちょっとここに座んなさい。
Oh.
もう座っている。
I'm already sitting.
よしやって、どんな虫が好き
She's still on the bug thing. She's like, this is life or death. What bug do you like? I will find it. It will be yours. I just need to know what's your bug. He's like, what you're currently bugging me. She's like, oh, that's hilarious. But no, seriously, what bug do you want?
大きいのが好き綺麗なのが好き
If I had to pick, if I'm being put on the spot as Joshua here, oh man, as a kid, I'm not 100% sure what I would have said, but I would be saying like a butterfly. I always thought they were really cool.
足は多い方が好き触覚長いのが好き甲羅羽それとも水かき
The bugs don't have webbed feet. You're going into the reptile thing again. And if it's going to be reptiles included, I'll say snake. A butterfly or a snake? I'll take one or two.
虫はいらない。
ガーン
She's like, inconceivable. Who doesn't like bugs? I'm gonna pull out all the stops. We're gonna come back with an otter?
何かびっくりするようなやつでないとダメか
Again, she says like, I gotta get a bug. I gotta find a bug.
よし待ってろ
She's like, I wasn't planning to.
私が取ってきてやる
She's insane and amazing. It's like, this kind of confirms too, again, I was saying before, like Estelle's always been Estelle, but this really solidly confirms it. The adult Estelle, she holds back. like, this is probably raw Estelle at her finest. Like the purity of like the glorious like sun that is Estelle, like in human form. But like as an adult, she's learned she can't just go presenting bugs to people. At least not normally. She might still do it to Joshua.
あの子、虫が好きなのか
Okay, exactly. Joshua, I'd be like, what's with this girl and bugs? My face is already hurting from just how happy this is making me. She's so obsessed with bug. Oh, she's gonna go catch like a monster bug? Oh my gosh, Estelle, that thing could hurt you.
逃げられたあいつ面白い顔してたのに
You're gonna get hurt, dude.
なんのこれ式よしや動けないんだもんねそれになんだか辛そうだし
She's so determined to make it feel better.
やっぱり私が虫を捕まえて元気づけてあげないと
The downside, though, is Estelle is like showcasing exactly why she's not the greatest listener. In some ways, it actually is really good that she does it because people will be screaming in her face like, I hate you, go away. And she's just like, but what bug do you like? I almost feel like that should be like an icebreaker. or like it has such meme potential. Be like a people like someone shouting at you or getting mad at you. Like I can't stand this. And she's like, all right, I got a serious question for you. What bug's your favorite bug? Like just completely out of left field anytime things like start getting emotional. But that's the thing is that she doesn't listen, and that could be so aggravating at times. It'd be infuriating at times. But then at the same time, it's like she's determined to bash down like whatever you're just not happy with and determined to figure out how to make you happy. And it's like, isn't that the whole thing with Ren too, where like Ren was just like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, stay away from me or I will literally kill you. I've attempted to kill you twice now. why won't you leave me alone? And Estelle's just like, because you're a little girl and you deserve to be happy. What's your favorite bug? And she's just like, finally, at the end, she crumbled. She ran away, but she basically just broke down. She's like, fine, you win. You better not die, Estelle. Like, it's so funny because at the same time, it's so utterly ridiculous and yet entirely believable. I could believe Estelle is a real person in the world. It's the most ridiculous of persons, but it's so believable that you could actually meet someone like this and be like, okay, I get it. Because again, too, like, we know she has like other emotions. We know she gets bothered by stuff, but it's like, again, like a sun on Earth. She's just sprinting through the woods, gonna catch a dangerous poisonous butterfly or something. Whatever that thing is. That thing sucked a fight. I remember that.
いざこうしてみると何度も視線をくぐってきたけど。こんな状況は初めてだ。
よーしゃー
Yep. Well, there goes the quiet. It was nice for 10 seconds.
ほら、見て見て。
だから、いらないって言ってるのに。君も懲りないな。
She's like, I hear you, but everybody likes bugs.
名付けて、びっくり人面が。羽の模様が人の顔に見える。
Is that actually what they're called in the game? Like, and does that mean that that's not their real name? Like, all the monsters that we fight, their names just determined arbitrarily because we've always seen it through the eyes of Estelle. So, like, the creepy sheep, it's not actually called a creepy sheep. It has an actual name, but she always thinks of them as creepy sheep.
何これ
びっくりしたでしょ
別に。
お姉さん頑張った甲斐があったわ。よし、次はもっとすごいやつ取ってくるから。
Wait, and in that line she just said, she's like, One-san, like, she said, like, your sister. Like, she already called it herself his sister. Like, I mean, it could be just like a figure of speech at this point, but like, still. Oh, there she goes again. She's so happy.
本当に。
You say that, man. You say that.
よーし
帰ってきた。
What has she got now?
ーよっしゃ
Oh no. It's like, help me!
飛び込め
Into the water! No explanation. Just grabbed him and just said, Geronimo! I mean, you gotta, like, how long you gotta hold your breath for? This is so fun.
何するんだ
Well, I didn't want you getting stung. She said, like, what are you talking about? We're in the water right now.
それそれ水かけちゃうぞはあ気持ちいいあそうだ釣りしよっと
Oh my gosh. Just, can you breathe?
水遊びも好きだけどやっぱり釣りの方が面白いもんねよーしお昼ご飯を釣り上げてやるほらよしあも上がろう着替えないと風邪ひいちゃうぞ
She's like, their clothes are wet because of you. If anyone had a chance to get through that exterior, it is Estelle. She just refuses to accept otherwise. Oh.
大物だこれはヨシアの分ね
僕の分はいらないよ
Now here's the thing. Okay, I've gone fishing. And then you have to clean it before you can cook it. Does she know how to do the cleaning part? Or is that just something she gives to her dad? She's like, here, dad, take care of this.
次は私の釣ろっと釣れなかったらお昼抜き
If I don't catch anything, I would have to go without lunch, and that would suck. What creature is this? She's amazing. And she just doesn't care what you say. Like, it's almost like she only hears stuff that, like, matches her, like, viewpoint. And if you say something dissenting, it just doesn't exist. She's like, you can't possibly not like bugs. So when you say, I don't like bugs, you must mean, I only want really, really special bugs.
まったく本当に人の話を聞いていないな
お来た来たとりゃあカサギンだ小さいこれはお父さんのだな
It's tiny. Dad gets this one.
あの不良親父 どうせ遊び歩いてるんだし、このくらい当然の罰よね。
Where does she get this idea that he just goofs off all the time? Okay. Gotta say too, like, hilariously, I also, oh man, now that I think about it. Okay, so I recently went on a binge and really watched and caught up with Has Been Hotel, which has actually been, I enjoyed it a lot. I think the music's really good. I think the characters are pretty fun. And the concepts are actually really interesting, especially just the way they handle like redemption and all that. But it's so funny because like I'm just now kind of like putting together that Estelle and Charlie have very similar energy in that show. If you've ever watched it, I wonder if you'd agree with me. It's not perfect, obviously, but like the optimism, the like kind of inability to just to hear like the terrible things that people say and take them like as intended. Like, yeah, like she gets discouraged, and yeah, she, like, that's the thing, they get discouraged and they both have problems they deal with, but like their like optimism is like what pushes through anyway. It's like people are so skeptical of what they like or what they believe, and yet they're just so determined that even something that seems far-fetched suddenly just seems possible. That the impossible seems possible around them. So yeah, I almost would wonder, now that I'm really thinking about it, I wonder if the people who wrote Has Been Hotel could have been influenced by this game, because like the more I think about it, the more Estelle and Charlie really like line up in my head. I don't know, do you agree with that? Like, does that sound even remotely reasonable, or am I just crazy?
次のやつが私のよ。私のお昼ご飯。とう。
この子、カシウス・ブライトのことを知らないのか。
Oh right, yeah. He's just like, what the? Because she's just like, he's just lazy all day. He just does whatever. And then he's like, wait, he doesn't know that he's like one of the most famous people in like the freaking world.
娘には何も話していない。彼らしいといえば彼らしいけど。
Oh, the other thing that's kind of interesting, if I think about like Cassius, like I think I saw somebody on social media was saying that they thought Falcom's next game should be a flashback game where you get to play and see the story of Cassius Bright. And on one hand, I can see that being interesting. It would be cool to see a lot more detail about his origins, maybe like how he got so strong in that. But at the same time, I kind of was thinking about it and I was like, okay, I don't know how often Cassius comes up in future games, since I don't think Estelle and Joshua are like the main characters of a lot of the future titles. But I think it would be more interesting to let Cassius remain this kind of enigma, this legend that people hear about all the time and will relate in little bits and pieces, but we don't see the details of. Because sometimes a story needs a mysterious heroic character like that. One of my favorite examples is in the Mistborn series. It has a main character who's pretty much kind of like Cassius, who's like, he's just really good at everything he's done, and he's like trying to do like impossible things and motivates people to do incredible things. Kelsier, really fantastic character in Mistborn. And I think part of the appeal is that even those who know him really well don't actually know everything about his backstory. And like they always whisper or share different things, and it's pretty clear that when people have like, when he's done things like, hey, I'll let you know a little bit about me, you know, as a sign of trust. When he's done that, he's told people different things. So even his close friends who think they know about him, if they like talk about his story to each other, they quickly realize that they don't line up. So he's intentionally not telling everything, or at least not presenting it in the way that is probably accurate, because he's just that kind of person. And yet he's also this glowing beacon of like wanting to like inspire people by being like really good and like helping people say like, hey, like you can be really like, you can grow beyond your limits too. It's really interesting to think about that.
逃げられた。くっそー。次こそ。ピクッときた。いや、まだまだ。
It's kind of funny too, because Estelle, she seems so impatient, and yet she's patient. And I think that's what this is kind of highlighting here. It's like she's a kid, and she always seems like go, 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 go. But she has the capability of waiting and watching and being quiet.
あのさ。
何？
いや。こんなに 明るかった。
Aww. He's like for some reason being close to her is like he's like seeing the world finally. It's like the world kind of coming in color. The sounds coming through where he was quiet before, but now he's like hearing it all. And that's the thing that's kind of cool too, like this idea that Estelle, do you realize how disciplined someone has to be so full of energy and to be so clearly like wanting to go, to be able to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm fishing. Time to be quiet. Time to sit still. And to actually be able to do that. Because I'm a fairly reserved person. But even I can struggle feeling bored. You know, like wanting to like let my mind wander and do things. It's like being able to genuinely just sit and be in the moment. It's a challenge. It's something that we need to practice and we should be practicing. It's something all of us could do better at.
緑が目に痛い。
来た！今度こそ大物だ！よーし、お昼ご飯いただき！あれ？ちっこい！
The second week. This has been so fun already.
どうしちゃったのかな？昨日もお店に来なかったし。
Alyssa.
まあ、気まぐれなエステルのことだし。
Tio, I remember Tio. Alyssa, I'm not 100% sure. She sounds kind of familiar, but Tio, she's from the farm.
そんなに心配しなくていいんじゃない？
She does whatever she wants when she wants.
でも今までは毎日遊びに来てたのに。エステルいる？エステルってばもしかして悪い人に誘拐されちゃったとか。
Abducted.
それなら魔獣に襲われて瀕死の重傷を負い、哀れ森の中でのたれ死んだ。
Well, that was dark, Tio.
の方が微妙に可能性が高いわね。
Sounds like the way she'd go. Fair, but still.
あの子、普段から危ないとこ行ってるみたいだし。エステルー。冗談だってば。エステルー、いい加減出てこーい。エリッサが泣いちゃうぞ。
エステルなら出かけてるよ。
Oh, there's Joshua. Being all cool.
ん？
You're a boy!
あれ？誰？
Yeah, here she comes. She's like, I got another bug.
すっごい虫捕まえたぞ。あれ？来てたんだ。あ、エステル。もう今まで何してたのよ。心配してたんだから。ねえエステル、この子知り合い？さっきから何を聞いても返事してくれないのよ。答える義理はない。だって。
エステル、この二人は君の友人か？
うん、そうだけど。
本人たちの話とも一致するな。
Oh, he's like, that's right, he's so paranoid.
好きだらけだし、訓練を受けている様子もない。
God, what a broken child. He's like a freaking kid. Although it's like, maybe that's also why, like that, like, you know how Estelle got super like emotionally invested in Ren from the get-go? Like, she liked Ren before, but then when she saw Ren was, like, acting all evil and had the Papa Mater and, like, was being all aggressive, she got really concerned. It's probably because it reminds her of Joshua, like, so much. But, like, from the eyes of, like, now an adult looking at that situation and seeing, like, the similarities, like, look at Joshua, like, how he's sitting here, he's thinking about, like, well, they're not secret agents and they haven't had much, they're freaking children! Like, good grief, Ouroboros sucks.
そろそろ連中が嗅ぎつける頃かと思ったけど、この二人は違うみたいだな。
さっきからこの調子なのよ。エステル、この子のこと知ってんのよね。ああ、うん。ヨシアはね、実は。
You say it like that.
私の弟なんだ。
Little brother.
そうだったんだ。おい、エステル。それ説明になってないぞ。いきなり弟って。 それだけじゃわかんないわよ。本当だもんね。
But it's true.
よしや。
そんなわけないだろ。
あ、よしや。待ちなさい。
I have a bug for you.
お姉さんの言うこと聞きなさい。
What your older sister tells you. Oh, that's the
君みたいな
wrong
のが
phrase.
姉さんなわけないだろ。
She didn't know, but I get it. But like, oh, man, that hits hard now that we know about Karen. Ooh.
君たちと慣れ合うつもりはない。僕がここにいるのは。カシウス・ブライトも言ってただろ。それと、虫を持ってくるのはもうやめてくれないか。
Can you stop bringing me bugs?
何のつもりか知らないけど、おせっかいも過ぎると怪我をするよ。
この
Oh,
いた。
he's still injured,
こ
Estelle.
のうちじゃ私の方が先輩だもん。私がお姉さんだもんね。
痛い。
どうだ、お姉さんでしょ。
Oh my gosh, she's freaking being bullied by Estelle. Like, this guy was sent legitimately after Cassius brought to legitimately try to kill him. Now, obviously, Weissman said that clearly it wasn't going to happen. But he figured that there would be only positives with that, because even if, like, Cassius, like, killed Joshua, it was going to cement Leon more powerfully in his control. But then any other outcome was fine with him, right? And now she's just now he's being manhandled by Estelle.
私がお姉さん。ほら、言ってみなさい。
Like she said, okay, Joshua, the text, but I think she was saying, like, telling him to say, like, yes, sister. Like, if I understood that correctly, isn't she? So that's her saying, like, come on, say it. Say I'm your sister.
嫌だ。
なんだと
You will love me.
仲いいんだね。
そこの二人、うるさいよ。
You two can be quiet.
好きあり。よしや、今日から私がお姉さんよ。もう決定事項だから。
Because wrestling matches determine that. Oh my gosh. What kind of creature are you, Estelle? Huh.
まったく、毎晩本当におせっかいだな。
She won't until she knows you're sticking around. Aww. That's very sweet. Cassius is waiting for you.
よしはまた外で寝るのか。やはりエステルと同じ部屋は嫌か。
あの子はおせっかいすぎる。しかも何も分かっていない。
Yeah. Interesting that, huh?
自分がどれだけ危険なことをしているかということも。カシウス・ブライト、あなたが教えるべきでしょう。どうして何も言わないんだ。
エステルの隣の部屋な。今は物置になってるんだが、片付けてお前が使ってもいいぞ。確かベッドもあったはずだ。
遠慮しておきます。僕には。
確かにエステルのやつは何でも首を突っ込むからな。
Yeah, she does.
お前の目から見れば単純で何も分かってないただの子供でしかないだろう。
I also would argue, Cassius, that even if that were a true statement, that she is just a clueless, simple-minded child, tenacity and purity of intent are things that we need more of in the world, right? Why can't more people be just honest and upfront about what they are interested in and wanting? Why can't we all be a bit more simple-minded, clueless children?
だがな、ヨシは何も分かっていないのは むしろお前の方じゃないのか？
I mean, it's not wrong.
少なくともあの子は自分が何を欲しい、何をすべきか、あの子なりに分かっている。
She's like, I want a cool bug, I go find cool bug. I want fish, I catch fish. I eat fish too, which is also something a lot of people like seem very disconnected with their food. Like, look, there's nothing wrong with eating meat, but you should have a healthy respect of where that meat comes from. You should be willing to look that in the eye and being able to understand, like, yeah, maybe I'm not asking, I wouldn't say like it's proper for all of us to go out and just kill our food and eat it. But this idea of like, I don't know, like, at least respect that. Respect the idea that something has died and now has given you life through its death. I don't know. But regardless of even that, it's like, she knows what she wants, and she's determined to get it. And even when we see her have a true crisis, when Joshua betrays her and leaves, right? She has a breakdown moment, yeah. But you know what she did? As soon as she kind of like, wrestled with those emotions, she went and did training. And she decided, I'm going to find Joshua myself, and I'm going to bring him back and catch him like the bugs I love, and I'm going to make sure he never leaves again. That's me.
それはあの子があの子であるために必要なことなんだろう。まあ、父親としてはもう少しだけ女の子らしく育ってほしいとは思うが。
You know what though? I would argue that she's far better for who she is.
それでもヨシは欲することもすべきことも見失っているお前と果たしてどちらが正しい？
僕は
言っておくが、俺はお前を甘やかすつもりはない。
You're like, by the way, I don't care what you want, I'm not letting you.
されともここにいろとも言わん。
Oh, interesting. Never mind. No, he's saying like, look, I'm not going to say what you should do.
お前がこれからどこに行きどうしたいのか、そして何者でありたいのかはお前自身が決めるんだ。それはまだ誰も知らないことだからな。
僕は一体。
That's a great question, Joshua. I wonder if he's going to have a moment where he asks Estelle, like, how do you know what you want? Several weeks later. Because I'd love to know what Estelle, especially young Estelle's answer to that is. Several peaceful weeks passed. Joshua's injuries continued to heal, and it wasn't long before he was able to walk with ease again. Estelle was jumping for joy at this fact, using it as every excuse to drag him out to play with her every possible opportunity. For him, however, it meant more than deciding what game to play next. He had to decide what course of action he was to take. The time for him to make his choice was drawing near. Man, it isn't crazy to me to think that these fields could just be walked through as kids, right? Like, every time we go through, it was just a hellscape of monsters. And I think this is more for the games aspect of it. Like, because like in this world, like travel is dangerous. So the idea that like they could be trusted just to go to the Pertzel farm and be like, it'll be fine, is crazy, but like kind of cool.
パーゼル。
Pertzel.
あの髪の短い子が。
この農家ティオの家なんだ。ティオンちね、双子の赤ちゃんが生まれたんだって。
Ooh.
知ってるよ。君が大騒ぎしてたじゃないか。
Yeah, I didn't need to guess. You won't stop talking about it.
もう何度も見に行ってただろう。まだ珍しいの。
Hey, twins are cool.
違うって。今日は一日農園のお手伝いよ。
Aww.
今はちょうど収穫期なんだって。
It's a busy time, but the mom is really has her hands full with newborn twins. So we're gonna go help take care of the farm chores. That's such a cool thing, Estelle. Why are you like the coolest person ever?
でも反応おばさんは動けないからいつもより大変でしょ。
And how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? They didn't ask for help, and they're gonna be like, no, you don't need the help. And Estelle's gonna be like, I'm not taking no for an answer.
エリッサと話して手伝おうってことになったんだ。
Aww.
なかなか殊勝な心がけだとは思うけど、だからってなんで僕まで？
Because it's good to help people.
つべこべ言わないの。
Even better, because I said so.
行くわよ。これもリバヒリよ。
それを言うならリハビリ。
Your hillbilly process, rehabilitation. Estelle's amazing. God, fetch me.
エステル、それにヨシア君も。
I still like Chloe a lot as a character, and I would probably like in the shoes of someone like Joshua, I'd probably fall for her. But fetch V, like growing up with Estelle, I don't know if anyone couldn't fall in love with her. Like, how could you not? She's incredible.
ありゃりゃ、強引に連れてきたっぽいわね。やっほー。
You should again.
ティオ、おじさん。
おお、来たかい。いや、悪いね。ファンナの出産中にもいろいろと手伝ってもらったのに。
Aww.
あのくらいお安いご用よ。
She just wants to help people.
このエステル様にかかればちょちょいのちょい。
She's like so Cassius is held up as like the model bracer. I think Estelle's a better model bracer. Cassius like kind of got too good. Like he's too much of a warrior now. Like Estelle's just like homegrown, like I'm gonna take care of my neighbors and friends because it's the right thing to do, and I can actually get paid to do that sometimes. That's awesome.
それは頼もしいな。おや、そちらの君は？
ああ、エステルの弟よ。ほら、前に話したじゃない。ヨシュア君っていうの。
おお、そういえばそんな話も聞いたな。
I like how like unilaterally people decided that Joshua's the like that they're all like repeating what she says. Am I wrong? I could have sworn that Joshua's technically older. Like I think his birthday is earlier than hers.
確かエステル君と大喧嘩したとか。
Aww.
ハンナおばさん、こんにちは。
はい、こんにちは。二人とも今日はごめんよ。また手伝わせちゃって。私も早く農作業に戻りたいんだけどね。
おいおい、まだ作業は無理だよ。
This is so sweet.
なーに、ティオの時はもうしっかり働いてたんだよ。
Twins are different.
こうやって赤ん坊のあんたを背中に担いでさ。
You can't really do that with twins safely, and like, good grief, having twins is like so risky. Like, without modern medicine, I imagine a lot of twin pregnancies that went to full term probably ended in deaths of somebody in the process, one of the kids or the mom.
そうだったの？知らない。覚えてないって。
Like, I don't remember.
でもさすがに双子だとそうもいかないね。おや、そっちの黒髪の子は？
ああ、ヨシュア君だよ。ほら、前にティオが話してたろ。
ああ、エステルの弟くんね。まあまあ、また随分と可愛い子じゃないか。あんたも手伝いに来てくれたのかい？すまないね。おや、よく見たらまだ包帯をしてるじゃないか。
おお、本当だ。これは気づかなかったな。
傷はほぼ完治しています。作業に支障はありません。
いやいや、無理は良くないよ。どこか休めるところで。
Aww.
そうだ、いいこと思いついたよ。
I can put Joshua on babysitting duty.
それでは収穫の手順を説明するよ。エステル君、エリッサ君、それにティオノさんにはこの辺りの畑の収穫を頼む。分担した方が効率がいいよ。
温室の野菜は私とフランツで収穫しちまうからね。で、ヨシュア君には
Yeah, I knew it.
その子たちの世話を頼むよ。
Here you go, 12-year-old child. Watch my children.
男の子の方がウィルで、女の子の方がチェルさ。
Cheddar. Aww. Josh was like, are you serious?
了解しました。
それでは作業を始めよう。途中でわからないことがあったらいつでも聞きに来てくれよ。
Joshua. Look how cute they are too, the little babies.
この数週間、追っ手の気配はない。なぜだ？僕の居場所くらい、とっくに突き止められていていいはず。もう僕には関心がないということか。だから、記憶だけ消して、捨てた。いや、なんだ、大切なものを失ってしまった気がする。なんだ、僕は一体。
よし、あ。
一体。
よしあ。ね、よし
あ、エステル。
ほら、見てこれ。
I still held out a large carrot.
どうだ、すごいだろう。 これ私が取ったんだぞ。
Look at this big carrot I have. And he's like, is this I like that idea that every time he went down the dark thoughts, so like you start to spiral a little bit, Estelle was always there to pull him out of it. Like she knew she needed to be there, even if she didn't. Like maybe some part of her instinct told her, like, hey, you haven't talked to Joshua in a bit. Go.
こっちのナスビだって。
Look at this thing. Look how big they are.
あのさ。
何？
はぁ、エステル。膝をすりむいてるよ。
え？
君はいつも後先考えないで突っ走るから、ほら、膝を見せて。
Let's hear children on the ground. Joshua took out some disinfectant.
しみる。
このくらい我慢しなよ。まったく。いつも生傷だらけだな。
Yeah, she does.
前から気になってたけど。本当に、世話が焼けるな。
手当てしてなんて頼んでないもんね。
だから世話が焼けるんだよ。自分で処置するわけでもなし、自己申告するでもなし、いつ見ても危なっかしくてしょうがない。
ねえ、ヨシア。ヨシアはどうして。
手の甲も切ってるな。
消毒する前に言いなさいよ。
Oh, look, he's smiling. Joshua finished treating Estelle's wounds.
はい。終わったよ。あまり怪我しないように、今後はもう少し。
Oh no!
泣き出しちゃった。どうしよう。
いいよ。子守は僕の仕事だ。君は自分の仕事に戻りなよ。
でも。
Aww. He's rocking up. Impressive. Aww.
泣き止んだ。ヨシアって、お母さん？
何言ってんだか。
Not even gonna answer that.
早く仕事に戻らないといつまで経っても終わらないよ。
ヨシア、ありがとね。
Aww. Off she goes, like a rocket.
ありがとうか。
Oh. Now, like, so he's playing this music. Wasn't it something that his sister taught him, right? Like, so he probably just doesn't remember it very well because his memories were taken. But like, isn't that where he got the song from? Or was it from Cassius? I can't remember. Ah, it's so pretty. I love it so much.
かっこいい。
Oh, they're watching at Joshua?
あんな特技を持ってるとは。しかも夕日背負ってるし。あれは反則よね。
Aw. They're even like saying he's handsome. Like, aren't they like 12 or something? No, they can't be 12. They must be younger than that. They must be like 6 or 7, right? Because like they're like 16 or 17 when they first leave like Rolent with as junior bracers. Because they were really, really young, even for junior bracers. And oh no, this can't be 10 years before. Because this is because the war happened, which is what got Joshua in there. Okay, no, so this they could be like 12 or 13 at this point.
エステル、あの子がハーモニカが吹けるって知ってた？
She's like, no!
ヨシュアのやつ、弟のくせに私に一言も言ってない。
Only Estelle would be mad.
生意気だぞ。エステルってば、何怒ってんのよ。
Why are they creeping up on him?
いや、こんにちは。
Oh.
そんなに警戒しなくてもいい。私は魔法使いだ。
Right.
君の心を直してあげよう。ただし、代償は支払ってもらうよ。
Is he remembering that?
やっとわかった。僕は支払ってしまったんだ。大切なもの。幸せな時間。そして、僕を形作るすべてを。
Dang, that's crazy. That's what he offered. He told. He would trade the happy memories. Maybe because they brought him pain. the idea he would heal his heart, but by doing that, it made him inhuman.
僕は人形。壊れてしまった。
Dang.
いびつなかけら。
That sucks. It's actually, again, like a concept I've read in another story, this idea of like a being that would manipulate and take and like make soldiers of people by taking away their painful memories. Like taking away the things that brought them suffering, or even like basically taking like their bad emotions away, almost like an offering. Like their emotions of fear, pain, like, but like all the good ones too, like love and happiness, so they didn't become perfect soldiers.
誰かの大切なものを壊すために存在する。去らなければならない。この世界を僕はきっと壊してしまう。
And this is about when Weissman like reapproached him back in the capital. Is this what he said to him? That
大切な
phrase?
ものならば手元に置いておかないことだ。どこかこの手の届かないところへ遠ざけておかなければならない。僕の闇がこの場を汚してしまう前に去らなければならない。僕の存在が彼女を傷つけてしまう前に。
The next day. All right, so this is implying that it's like this that maybe because he talked about before how like Weissman revealed he would visit Joshua and like kind of give that like gather intel, ask questions and stuff, and maybe that's what it is that like he had a visit from Weissman and kind of resets him a little bit. His instincts at least are warning him like, hey, you need to leave.
いぶし銀ジャンボカマキリやタツノオトシゴダブルでも満足しないとは。我が弟ながらなかなか好みランクの高い
I
やつ。
gotta find a bug he likes.
だが今日という今日は満足させてやる。伝説のあの虫でな。
No one could resist the bug of legends.
あら、エステルちゃんじゃない。どうしたのそんなところで仁王立ちしちゃって。今日も虫取り？
えへん。今日の私は一味違うのよ。
あらあら、そうなの。
うん、そう。今日は特製のシロップを作って虫をおびき寄せるの。
There's no way in a world full of monsters that could possibly go wrong.
そのシロップを使うとすっごい虫が集まるんだ。
まあ、それはすごいわね。じゃなくて、エステルちゃん、あなたももう11なんだから。
11. Okay, so yeah, they're 11 right now.
もうちょっと女の子らしい格好をしないとダメよ。
だってこの服でないと動きにくいんだもん。
I totally understand that. One of my closest friends growing up was very much of the same opinion, well into high school and I'm sure to college. Like, but they're more comfortable.
じゃあね。
エステルちゃん？はあ、相変わらずね。
I know.
まずはシロップの材料を集めないとね。ドラゴンビーンズはエリッサに頼んで分けてもらって、新鮮ミルクと取れたて卵はティオにねだろっと。
Oh. I mean, we gotta check for new sneakers, right?
念のために新作のスニーカーが入ってないかチェックしとこうっと。
Yep.
ミノンさん。
や
You just
あ、エステル。
right behind the
また
like,
スニーカーを見に来たのかい？
just runs right behind the counter.
ねえねえ、新しいの入ってる？
いやー、残念ながら。
Aww.
次回の入荷は16日かな。
16日？あと1週間だ。あと1週間。
Just one more week.
ブツブツ。
I also like how this subverts the whole thing, because like normally like it's the trope that like, oh, girls love shoes, always gotta have a collection of shoes. It's like Estelle's obsessed with shoes, but she's obsessed with running shoes or sport shoes. I love it.
エステルちゃん。
ステラおばさんだ。
ここで見つけたが100年目よ。今ちょうどエステルちゃんに良さそうな服を見てたとこなのよ。今日こそ女の子らしいお洋服を着せてあげる。
ダメ。これから虫取りするんだもん。汚しちゃう。あ、そうだ、虫取りするんだった。危ない危ない、忘れるとこだったし。まず材料を集めないとね。
Alright. Let's go see Alyssa first.
よし、まずはエリッサだ。ダッシュダッシュ。
She's so cute. Can you imagine having a girl like that, like in town?
以前にも増して元気ですよね。
何かいいことあったのかしら。
And like they're like, here, come on, wear this cute little dress. And she's like, nah, it'll get dirty.
エステル。昨日のヨシアくん、かっこよかったよね。
Oh my gosh, like the whole harmonica thing was yesterday?
またハーモニカ吹いてほしいな。それがさ、ヨシアったらあの後から一言も口聞かないのよね。そうなの？私がハーモニカを取り上げて勝手に吹いたのがいけなかったのかな。
Yeah. It's like,
エステルってば。
I know, right?
あのね、エステル、ヨシュアくん何にもお話ししてくれないけど、きっと何か辛いことがあったんだよ。だからね。分かってる。
You do?
ヨシュア、何か悩んでるんだよね。時々すごく苦しそうな顔してるもん。
Yeah, because Estelle's not blind. She's not an idiot.
でも多分私じゃ力になれないから。
Yeah.
だから今はただ元気づけてあげたいんだ。
And that's why she's like so obsessed with like bugs and fish and all
エ
that.
ステル。
Yeah, it is.
じゃあドラゴンビーンズちょうだい。
Speaking of which,
コーヒーに使うやつ？いきなり何？内緒。エステルがそうやってねだるときってまあいいや。ちょっと待ってて。
yeah.
はい、ドラゴンビーンズ。
Estelle handed Alyssa handed Estelle some dragon beans.
よーし、次はティオの番だ。新鮮ミルクと取れたて卵をもらってこなくちゃ。
Like milk and eggs. Like I thought she was gonna get like honey or something. No, she's making like coffee bread.
ねえエステル、何を企んでるの？後でエリッサにも見せてあげる。びっくりして気絶しちゃうかもしんないけど。じゃあ遠慮しとく。また後でね。
See ya. It's like, Estelle. We really, I wish.
ちょっと見たいかも。
I wish every one of us could have Estelle in our lives. Like our own version.
あれ、エステルじゃん。どうしたの？で、その格好は虫取りに決まってるか。
Yeah.
今日はちょっと特別なんだ。ティオ、新鮮ミルクと取れたて卵分けて。
Okay,
何
why?
をやぶから棒に。まさか料理に目覚めたってわけじゃないんでしょ？実はね。
Estelle explained what she was trying to do.
伝説の虫？ヨシアをびっくりさせてやるの。相変わらず説明になってないわね。推測するにその虫をおびき寄せる芳香剤を作りたいってわけね。
Yeah, Tia's got it.
その芳香剤ができても間違って私にぶっかけないでよね。
What? Just don't get it near me.
大丈夫大丈
Oh my gosh. Anytime Estelle says that, I should be scared.
夫。本当かな。ご注文のものよ。
Estelle received fresh milk and fresh eggs.
さ、エステル。あの子が弟になるんなら少しずつ話をした方がいいよ。あの子の過去もあんたの過去も。あの家にはレナさんが住んでいたってこと、私は知っといてほしいな。ちょっとずつね。 でもそんなのわざわざ話さなくてもいいの。
Are you sure about that?
ずっと一緒にいたら分かってくるものだと思うから。
We'll always be together. Not a blip in her mind that someday they might not actually be tied together at the hip. Ironically, she kind of works that out in the end, but wow.
だってヨシアはもう大事な家族だから。
Oh boy, that's awkward in the future.
そっか。
Well, I tried.
あんたのそういうとこ私は好きだよ。ありがとねティオ。よーし、材料は全部揃った。あとはミストバルトで伝説のあの虫を捕まえるだけ。
What?
待ってろ、
No.
ヨシア。絶対びっくりさせてやるからな。
She just jumped over the freaking canal.
おいおい、
Yeah.
ミストバルトなんて子供が勝手に入っちゃダメでしょうに。っていうかその伝説の虫って。
I can think of a few. There's some giant bugs we've had to fight before. Oh, yeah. The clock tower.
ちょっとやってこうかな。
おやエステル君じゃないか。どうしたんじゃ。
市長さん。
ああ、時計台じゃねえ。先月修復が終わったんじゃよ。
知ってる。
ロレントの職人たちが集まっての建材もできる限り元のものを使うようにした。ほれ、前とあまり変わっておらんじゃろ。
あんまり覚えてないけど。
わしはこの時計台を見るたびに元気が出るんじゃよ。ロレントのみんなが、いやわしが今まで出会ってきたすべての人たちが、
Yeah.
この町を応援してくれておる気がしてな。だからわしはこの場所を大切に思うんじゃよ。
I mean, he does realize, though, how it must mean to her, right?
よーし、待ってろヨシア。今伝説のあの虫を捕まえてきてやるからな。
はエステル君や。
ゴーゴ
Off she goes.
はて。
I have a feeling she's gonna go missing, and I bet Joshua's gonna have to go find her.
ー。ふい、獲物の匂いがするぜ。
Yeah.
この辺にしようかな。
This place has traumatized me too many times. I'm like so nervous for her.
よし、この木にしよう。ペタペタ。
You just throw it on the tree?
こんなとこかな。狙うは大物のみ。
Today's the day Joshua loves bugs. This is a good screenshot right here.
何しろ伝説の虫だもんね。にはは。
Oh my gosh! Oh, Estelle. That's horrifying.
お世話になりました。
Joshua, you've always been trying to do this, haven't you? Just leave a note and disappear? Uh-oh.
この声はまさか。いや、あの子のことだ。単に転んだだけかも。いや、でも
But
何にせよ
try
僕に
not
は
to
もう
care.
関係ないはずだ。
Try not to care.
あの子に何があっても。
But
クソ。
yeah, that's our point. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, Estelle.
これは私のだぞ。あげないもんね。このあっち行けシッシ。
Oh my gosh, Estelle, you can't just shush them away.
だから
Oh.
こっち来るなって。
That's our boy.
僕の後ろに隠れて。
There he goes. Yeah.
今の体力じゃこれが限界だな。
あれ、逃げちゃった。ヨシア？
何をやってるんだ君は。こんな森の奥深くまで来て魔獣に襲われて子供のくせに危ないことをするな。
You are too.
大体君はいつも無謀すぎるんだ。もっと周りの状況を見て行動しろ。そんなんじゃ。
ヨシア。ちょうどよかった。
Oh my gosh. Freaking just repelled negativity.
よくない。僕が来なかったら。
ほら、これ見て。
Oh my gosh.
どうだヨシア。ついに捕まえたぞ。
It's a freaking massive beetle. Oh my gosh.
こいつが伝説のあの虫だ。
Why do I want to cry right now?
でかすぎ。
It is freaking massive.
すごいでしょ。
Oh my gosh, Estelle.
ねえ、ヨシア。何か辛いことがあったのなら、それが話したくないことなら、私聞かないから。
Dang.
ヨシアが話してくれるまで待つ。
Aww.
それまでそばにいるから。うん。この虫あげる。だから元気出して。
This bug is for you.
その虫が伝説。大したことないね。
Are you serious? It's the size of your face.
大したことない。こんなに大きいのに。
うん、その程度。
見てなさいよ。
I'll get another
もっ
one.
とすごい虫を捕まえてヨシアを驚かせてやるんだから。ヨシア、ちょっとそこで待ってなさい。
Like, oh my gosh.
もう十分。驚いてるよ。
Yeah, I know, right? Amen, brother. Amen.
僕はこんなにも変わってしまった。
Aww.
君は本当に不思議な子だね。
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
そして僕は一つの約束をした。
To be fair, with this special context even like this, Chloe never stood a freaking chance.
誰のためでもない。自分のための約束。自分という異質な存在をこの平和な世界に置いておくまじないを。
Aww.
それはこの世で一番卑怯なものだったけれど僕は自分を偽り続けることよりも。
That's so sweet. Man, though, if it had been a flip around where like Ouroboros had shown up and just like what if Ouroboros just showed up and killed her? Like, could you imagine? The final day, by the way.
皆さん、
Yeah, you've only helped like an entire nation twice. Pretty sure people are gonna show up.
お見送りありがとう。
Is that Mayor Maybell though? Holy crap.
こんなに大勢で来てくれてちょっとびっくりしちゃった。それで突然の話なんだけど。
Aww.
二人で旅をしながら各地で遊撃士の仕事をこなしていこうと思います。多分とても長い旅になります。大陸のほとんどの地方を回ることになると思うので。でもいつかまた必ずこのロレントに帰ってきます。
うん。成長した姿を見せられるように向こうで精一杯やってくるわ。
You better not change too much, Estelle. Oh, they're clapping.
はあ、しかしお前らと来たら俺に相談もなしに決めるとは。
Well, maybe if the loving Papa was around more often, we would.
あら、そうだったんですか。
まあな、休暇を取るのに苦労したぞ。
ごめん、 父さん、急な話になっちゃって。
でも2人で話し合って決めたことだから信じてくれると嬉しいな。
Have you also gone to the point of explaining to them how, like, you're also kind of dating now? Like, I feel like people should know. Like, I don't think you should be taking people out of left field entirely with just, like, a wedding announcement randomly.
ま、それなら何も言うまい。この広い大陸で、お前たちの好きなようにやってこい。
はい。
二人とももうベテランだし、細かい注意とかはいいわよね。
By the way, that's not. I thought it was Mabel from behind, but it's just Anya.
これからは
It's really fun seeing her again now.
知るべき事柄を自分たちで判断していくのよ。目を養うようにしなさい。
はい。肝に銘じておきます。
遊撃士を取り巻く環境はリベールの内と外ではかなり違うでしょうけれど。
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Man, it's like her story alone gives her so much context as a character. Like, I remember at first I was like, she just was like a kind of like a joke about drinking constantly, right? Like, that was just her whole thing. Now it's like I look at her, I'm like, man, you're cool. Literally gave up her entire wealthy fortune, like a fortune that was worth killing over, because she just didn't want it to be in the hands of like her corrupt family.
でも基本は同じよ。あなたたちに教えた通りだから。
困った時は教わったことを思い出してみる。
あんたたちなら大丈夫。私たちが仕込んだんだから。
Yeah.
自信を持って暴れてらっしゃい。
シェラさん、アイナさん、今まで本当にありがとうございました。
言葉じゃ言えないくらいお世話になっちゃった。
気にしない気にしない。可愛い妹分のためだもの。
Aww.
エステルちゃん、生水には気をつけるのよ。
Just because, like, please don't just stick it in your mouth, like, because that's totally something Estelle does.
ボタンはちゃんとかけて、寝る前には歯を磨く。
Oh yeah, that's right. Stella kind of like was a pseudo mom for us. That's right.
あとそれから。
おい、ステラ。エステルだってもう子供じゃないんだから。そんなに心配しなくても。
いい？エステルちゃん。おばさん。夢に出るわよ。
I'll come for you in your sleep.
なんだか冗談に聞こえないね。
気をつけます。
よしは、エステルを頼んだぞ。それから、うちのバイトはいつでも空いてるからな。
Oh, I'm sure.
いいか。必ず戻ってくるんだぞ。
はい、おじさん、おばさん、お元気で。
エステル。
Aww.
私たちのこと忘れたりしないでよ。ああ、ほら、泣くな。
They're all friends.
落ち着いたらすぐに手紙を書くわ。ティオ、エリッサのことよろしくね。
Aww.
はいはい。エステルもちゃんとヨシュアのこと捕まえときなさいよ。
Oh, don't worry about that.
ご忠告ありがとう。ヨシュア兄ちゃん。
Oh no.
エステル姉ちゃん。
The kids have voices now.
ヨシュア。
Oh no. It's the twins.
おやおや、うちの双子も泣き出しそうじゃないか。
まあ仕方ないかもしれないね。あんたたちに赤ん坊の頃から世話になってたからさ。
毎日のように遊びに行ってたっけ。
おじさん、おばさん、それにウィルにチェル、元気でね。
I wonder if I know that a lot of the games take place in like subsequent years, so I wonder if we see very many of these kids reappearing in future titles. Because there's, on one hand, that'd be kind of cool, but on the other hand, I also don't want it to be too fan servicey. Like it's kind of like Marvel. Like at first, when Marvel was doing their movies, it was kind of cool seeing the cameos and the cross references they would make to each other. But now it's gotten so ridiculous. It's like, unless you've literally been paying attention to every single like entry they've ever made, you're gonna be like, feel like, wait, what's going on? Who's this person? Why do I care? Like, I hope they don't do that. But I do think it'd be fun to see some of these kids again. Oh my gosh. So we're going to Bose first, and then from there, I'm guessing probably north to the Empire? Because Rolent does feel like it's small enough it wouldn't have like an international airport.
あらら、もう時間になっちゃったわね。
ではの二人とも。
市長さんもお元気で。
See ya, everybody.
よしは、
Mm-hmm.
心は決まったのか？
Yeah?
父さん、僕はヨシュア・ブライトでいたい。
Good.
そのために大陸を回ろうと思う。僕が僕であるということは自分で掴み取らなくちゃいけない。そう望まなくちゃいけないんだ。
Alright.
僕はヨシュア・ブライトとしてここにいたいから。エステルや父さんたちのそばに、この町の人たちの中に。
Again, though, real starts coming to question.
この世界で暮らしたいから。
You guys are gonna explain eventually that you're not just brother sister anymore, right now. God, it's one of those things where it's like, I've never had a game that's better sold me on a romance between like step siblings before, because even step siblings it feels really weird. And like in every respect, like, when I tried to explain this to other people, like someone who's never played the games before, I'd be like, you gotta understand, okay? Like this one works. Like, oh no.
だからもう一度自分自身の道をきちんと見極めてこようと思う。
Good.
そうか。少しはいい顔になったじゃないか。
Yeah.
ありがとう。何よりの褒め言葉だよ。
まったくもう、ほんとうちの男どもと来たら相変わらず自分たちにしかわからない会話をしちゃって。
I'm pretty sure most everyone knows what they're talking about.
ほらほら、よしや、早くしないと置いていくわよ。
はいはい。
There they go. Off to wherever the heck they went.
じゃあ、みんなまたね。
エステル、今度会うときは俺も遊撃士になってるからな。
Oh, Luke, huh? Is that a promise you're gonna be in the future game?
それは楽しみね。
あ、本気にしてねえな。俺は本当に遊撃士になるんだからな。
And also, like, there's a little blonde girl on the right next to Tio. She looks like angry. Why is she like mad?
僕も遊撃士目指そうと思うんだ。
And Pat?
だから。
必ず帰ってくる。
ルック、パット、次会うときは同僚ってわけね。
So Luke and Pat, I have a horrific memory, but I'll try and remember.
私も楽しみにしてるから。
エステル、ヨシュア、ここがお前たちの帰る場所だ。
Yeah, better not, Joshua.
忘れるなよ。
忘れないよ。
行ってきます。
See you later. Itakimasu. Bye bye. Interesting, they don't have an animation for the ship to take off with sprites on it, but those are the two that are saying they're going to be bracers. So one of the twins and Luke. I think it'd be fun if both the twins were bracers. They'd make a good. That could be fun to see. Story departure finished. Received memory. Ooh, and 8,000 mirror. Good grief, we made so much money in the last 2 episodes. All right, let's take a look at what memory is, and then we'll be done, because that was good. That was like the perfect length. All right, Joshua. I want to see what a memory does. Memory. Door locations are shown on the minimap. I mean, okay. Am I wrong in thinking that that's not going to be necessary? I feel like doors are not very subtle. Okay, so I guess that's the one thing I'd want to know about that. If there's going to be sections in the future where doors are difficult to locate, like if it's going to be tough to see them, then like maybe it's like, is it worth putting that on? Or if I'm just being relatively thorough and like, you know, trying to make sure I see everything, am I going to be able to easily find all the doors? Because like, kind of like the chest one. I feel like marking doors on the map feels unnecessary. The only time I could see it is if you're in more like those really dark areas. Like, heck, did we miss something in the dark sections where we couldn't see, like a chest or I could see missing a chest there, obviously, but specifically missing a door. Like, if that's not possible, then I don't know. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that. That was one of the most wonderful side stories ever. It's like, how do they nail the writing for these characters so well every time? Like, I'm already in love with Estelle and Joshua. Like, they're such fantastic characters. I had 2 games to like basically just be so immersed in their stories and being just so happy to get to see them grow and like become the characters they are. And then we do a flashback of the 2 of them as kids, and it just makes me enjoy them all the more. Like, how do you do that? How does a writer nail so that every time they're telling a story, it's like, it feels like it's the best story you've read? It's almost been no stories that have made me go, oh, that was kind of a waste of time, or I could have done without it. Even the ones that weren't the greatest, like, still like taught me something, but then you get to these character stories, and it's just like, how do they do it? How is it possible to be this good at writing and world building? I'm so jealous. I'm genuinely jealous. I'm also sad too, because like I know for a fact that there's a lot of people who don't get immersed in these stories as much. Like, it's one, obviously everyone play the game, enjoy the game as much as you want on your own pace and at your own setting and all that, but like, I swear I've saw people talking about like how they hated this game, like the 3rd chapter, because they're like, oh, it's like so boring, it feels like a big distraction or whatever. So it's like, are you talking about this thing's filled with freaking gold? Like, is it like the best ever? No, it's still freaking great though. And then there's other people who say it's like the best title in the series. So like, obviously divisiveness there, but that's fine. I don't know. It's just like, I'm in such awe of writers like this and stories like this. It's like, it's getting up there with like Muv-Luv, where it's just like, how does a human being conceive of a series and story and characters that are just this fantastic? It's kind of blows my mind. Anyway, I'm sure that's not a surprise at this point. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me for the journey and kick it back and relax it with me. Now we're gonna jump into the next chapter, finally going to the next layer and seeing what the new shenanigans are in front of us. But I had so much fun with this part. Holy cow, this was good. So thank you for joining me for it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Until the next video you're watching me up, see me in next. See you there.